In today's video, I will be showing you guys the perfect guide to using the Riverland farm, so without wasting any more time, let's get straight into it. So choosing a map in Stardew Valley can be difficult, no matter whether the player is moving to the valley for the first time or their 100th time. While it can seem obvious just from the maps that certain layouts have different benefits and negatives, it can be very tricky for the players to know exactly what they're getting into until they've taken the leap and picked out a map. The Riverland farm map is certainly one of the more difficult choices to make when it comes to picking out a farm, since it's a pretty big responsibility to jump into and is not a choice for the faint-hearted, or for any of the many players that really hate the fishing minigame. So in this guide, I will be going over the details of Stardew Valley's Riverland farm map, including how easily farmable the land is, the pros and cons of the map, and the details of exactly how the fishing works on this waterlogged farm. So let's start off with farming potential. Overall, the Riverland farm comes with a lot less space for farming. This is partly due to the sheer amount of water that takes up the map, but is also because a lot of the space that seems to be available isn't tillable from farming. As well as this, most of us will also want to use space for different kind of buildings. For instance, to keep farm animals, meaning that in the grand scheme of things, there would be very little land available to use for farming. That doesn't mean you can't get creative, but it will certainly be a challenge. So now we're going to talk about some fishing potential. To no surprise, the Riverland farm is absolutely perfect for fishing. With much of the map being taken up with water, the Riverland farm also allows fishing as a main moneymaker to be viable, especially when compared with other farm types and when paired with other buffs available in the game. The main type of fish available on this farm layout are river fish. You can catch a large range of fish, including fish from different parts of the valley. You can even make use of the fact that unlike with other farm layouts, random bubble spots are enabled on this map. However, one negative to make note of this is that the ocean fish still cannot be caught on this farm layout, so you will still have to make an effort to travel to the beach for beach only fish, and will have to make note of seasonal changes more closely so as not to miss any fish that you may need. So now I'm going to talk about some fish catching specifics. While it's obvious they can have a huge range of fish to catch on the farm alone, specifics of what fish they can catch, where they can also be found, and the rates at which they can be caught aren't always clear. So on the Riverland farm, you will catch town river fish maybe about 65 to 70% of the time. These fish are the ones that can be caught in Pelican Town. 30% of the time you will catch forest fish, which are fish that are typically exclusive to Cindersap Forest. This can especially be a big deal for early game players since Cindersap Forest is inaccessible until at least summer for many casual players. The types of fish caught can include several fish, used in recipes and community center bundles like bream, largemouth bass, walleye and carp, so this map can also be a great way for first year players to get a good head start on the community center too. As mentioned, bubble spots will also appear. When players cast into these spots, little blue sparkles will appear. These spots give players extra boost for fishing, including fish biting 4 times faster and trash being less likely to be caught. As well as this, fish are generally easier to catch. Legendary fish can also appear in these bubbles and can often be found closer to shore than usual, making them easier to access than they would be outside the farm. So I hope I gave you enough information on the Riverland farm. This video took a while to make, so I would appreciate any likes and comments to let me know if you found the video helpful anyway. So guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya!